It's been 294 days since this Western Boone crowd last gathered here, but now they get set for a classic season opener between the Western Boone Stars and the Sheridan Blackhawks. Hello, everybody. Welcome to WBTV Sports as we get set to start a new chapter in high school varsity football. I'm Blake Marth. I'm play-by-play, joined by Carter Hanna, making his broadcasting debut on color commentary. How are you, Carter?
Blake, I'm doing great. There's no place I'd rather be than under the Friday night lights with you, buddy.
That's great to hear, Carter. This is really exciting. We'll start with the home team. The Western Boone Stars are coming off a 9-2 season last year. They were co-conference champions alongside the Tri-West Bruins last year. They won their opening playoff game versus Crawfordsville before their loss in the sectional semifinal to the Danville Warriors. This is a very different Western Boone team than the one we saw last year. So, Carter, who are a few players to keep an eye out on the field for the Stars?
Number one, just Cannon Bruins. Number three for the Western Boone Stars. Had 133 tackles on the season, which is an average of 12 a game, Blake, 12.
That's insane.
He also had 9 sacks last season. He was also named to Central Indiana Super Team by IndyStars.com.
Yeah, I mean, just look at some of these stats, and he's been playing since he was a freshman. Just so many. He had 10 sacks as a freshman, 8.5 as a sophomore, 9 last year. Quarterback hurries galore, and as you mentioned, named to the Central Indiana Super Team by IndyStar.com. Very impressive. He's done a great job throughout his career. Who else you got for the Western Boone Stars?
Another player to look for Weibo is Brandon Potter, the quarterback. He's only a junior, coming in with 6 career pass attempts, 8 career rushing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. I'm sure he's looking to add to these numbers tonight, Blake.
Yeah, certainly made sure to point that out on this graphic we have here. He's definitely going to be increasing those numbers. You can guarantee it, especially tonight. Sheridan had a very successful season in their own right last year. They had an 11-2 record and were undefeated in conference play. They were defeated in the regional championship by North Decatur. You can hear the Western Boone crowd going wild as their Stars get set to take the field in just a moment. Lots of seniors graduated from Sheridan as well, but they do have some notable players, both offensively and defensively.
Sheridan's quarterback, Caleb Alexander, last year had 455 passing yards and also 5 passing touchdowns to boot.
Very impressive stuff. Who else they got?
Also, Zachary Bales coming in at 636 rushing yards last year. Also had 10 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, they got a lot of exciting players. Stars getting ready to take the field right now. You can see them running up right there. It's truly unique, this crowd. They're so wild every game day.
Absolute great environment, Blake.
These teams, by the way, they've got some very notable coaches. I'll show you some stuff right here. First of all, the Western Boone Stars, led by Justin Pelly, the head coach. Ever since he's been here, it's been nothing but winning for the Stars. He's entering his 11th season as the head coach, a 94-31 record, 4-time Sagamore Conference champions, 19 All-State player selections, and 3-time 2A state championship coach, back-to-back-to-back from 2018, 2019, and 2020. And you want to talk about a legend. Larry Bud Wright for the Sheridan Blackhawks, entering his 58th season as the Blackhawks head coach. 446 wins, 21 conference championships, 83 All-State player selections, 9-time 1A state champion coach, and most importantly on the stat sheet, the winningest coach in Indiana football history and named to the Indiana Football Hall of Fame class in 2002. By the way, that was 21 years ago, and he's still coaching for the Blackhawks. That's just insane.
Absolutely.
Here you can see some of the team captains meeting in the middle of the field, getting ready for the coin toss. See there for the Stars, Cannon Bruins. You saw Philip Talbot, Carter Markham. I believe, is that Mason Tomes there, number 21?
I believe so.
I think it was. Team captains for the Stars. A lot of these guys becoming seniors this year.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what they can do today.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of them flash before in the past. Guys like Marcus Fortner, Luke Jackson, obviously Cannon Bruins, of course. But that starting quarterback, Brandon Potter, the junior, it's a rare honor for a junior to get the starting quarterback nod for the Stars.
Absolutely. He's made great development. I'm just I'm so excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, we were watching him in pregame. We were talking about it. Some of those passes he was throwing was just, they were amazing.
Crisp spiral right to the hands. Can't throw it any better.
Exactly. He's following up Rowan Durbin, who is a great quarterback in his own right. See what he can do. Should be a lot of fun. We're getting ready for kickoff here between Western Boone and Sheridan in just a moment. You can see there, Owen Bell, the junior for Sheridan, about to kick off. Exciting moment here. First kickoff of the season for these two teams. Non-conference game, but a lot of implications still on how to start a season. Sheridan and Western Boone, here we go. Opening kickoff, fielded by the Stars here. Going right, trying to slip through and tackled with a flag on the first play of the game. See who that one is on, I believe. Ball carrier there, Marcus Fortner. Saw him have a lot of returns last year for the Stars as well. But a flag down, so we'll see what that's about. It's going to be a block in the back on Western Boone to start out, so they're going to have a little bit more difficult field position here, but based on past years at least, under head coach Justin Pelly Carter, they should be able to manage, potentially. We've seen them go on long drives before. Let's see if this team can do it.
Absolutely, Blake.
See here some of the starters heading out onto the field. Some of those notable guys, some of the seniors you'll see, including Cannon Bruins, Clayton Unroe, Corden Bush, some of these guys who have worked for years to get on in this starting lineup. Some of them have started games in the past, of course. Exciting moment for all these guys as they get their opportunity to play for the Stars. So we'll take a look here. First play. Snap, handoff to Bruins right there. Quick tackle made. Picked up a couple yards there. We'll see where they officially mark it. The first play right there. Didn't quite catch who made the tackle for the Blackhawks. Cannon Bruins, we talked about him on defense, Carter. He's playing running back now, too.
He is an absolute unit, man. You saw right there. He just pushes through the line and he's at least getting a couple yards.
See here on 2nd and 5. Potter takes a snap, going to throw it for the first time, and just out of reach of his intended target, Carson Saunders, to make it 3rd and 5. Not quite sure if it was a missed ball or if it was a missed catch, but either way, incomplete. But you saw there on his first throw, that one looked pretty good. It's through the air by Brandon Potter, Carter.
It was a crisp pass. It's just he's a little bit inexperienced, so his first game of the season as a starting quarterback, it's a big day for him.
Exactly. Definitely was the backup last year. He's been waiting for the opportunity. Quick throw over here to the outside on 3rd and 5. It's caught and very close. That was caught by number 21, Mason Tomes for the Stars. Looks like he might be just a little bit short, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Much better pass there from Brandon Potter, hit him right in the chest.
Stars looking, they're gathering quickly like they're going to go for it right here on 4th down. And actually, with the spot, they are now going to give the Stars a 1st down right here. So that one looked pretty close. I thought initially it was a little bit short, but it looks like, Carter, the Stars get a 1st down on their first drive of the game. Worth pointing out, I think the Stars wanted to go for it on 4th and 1 regardless, but they got the 1st down anyway.
They definitely are a confident team, Blake.
Potter, quick throw to the outside. That's Bruins out of the backfield. Moving inside the 40. What a run by Cannon Bruins to start this game. He's got another Western Boone 1st down, and you mentioned it, Carter. He is a tank.
I mean, I'm telling you, dude, it takes at least 3 people grabbing onto him to bring him down.
Look at the highlight here. Look at that
Just
run.
look at it again. 1, 2, just 2 people hanging on his back, and he carries them for at least 3 yards.
Just amazing what he's able to do. All those defensive stats he's now converting into offense. We saw him play a few offensive snaps last year as well at running back, but now pretty much the primary guy for the Stars. Handoff here, and a good hole. Good play by the Stars. That was Western Boone's number 6, Luke Jackson, the senior. That was a pretty good run.
Great run right up the middle. Good block in there from the line, opening up the gaps, shooting right through them.
Absolutely. Some of this Weibo offensive line, they did a great job last year. Obviously, a lot of new guys on this Western Boone unit. Guys like Gavin Prickett, Corden Bush, Clayton Unrow, guys like that. They did a good job on that play. Let's see if they can continue it. That's 2nd and 2 now for Western Boone at their own 49, just on the verge of enemy territory. Brandon Potter takes a snap, going to launch it deep, and just out of reach. That was intended for Philip Talbot, the senior, and a pretty good throw just off his hands and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 2 for Western Boone.
Pretty decent coverage played there by Sheridan. Bounced right off of PT's hands. It was a great throw.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like a very nice throw from Potter. You can tell he's pretty confident when he's in the pocket, when he's got rushers coming at him. You saw him make the throw under pressure right there, just out of reach. So incomplete. 3rd and 2 now. Potter under center. Lone back, handoff. And that's a first down right there. Another great run from Cannon Bruins, the senior, once again, to pick up the first for Western Boone and get into Blackhawks territory.
You see there, Blake, one thing Pelly does do is he absolutely trusts his offensive line. He is not afraid to push it right through the middle, right into Sheridan's defense.
Absolutely. One of the best things that the Stars have done offensively is basically just force the other team to stop the run. They kind of dare them to stop the run, and sometimes some of these players, including the offensive line and the running backs, are just so difficult to stop for Western Boone. Makes it difficult on the other teams. Potter takes the snap under pressure immediately and just gets rid of it, incomplete. It was very close to Philip Talbot, couldn't quite make the catch, but Joseph Franco, the senior for Sheridan, with the immediate pressure, bringing Potter to the ground. Really good play there by the senior from Sheridan. See here, Carter Markham tagging into the game, Philip Talbot going out. See here on 2nd and 10 what the Stars dial up. Potter with Bruins behind him. Gives it to Bruins, gets to the outside, and a good tackle right there. Still picks up a few. That tackle made by Nolan Page, the senior for Sheridan. Makes it 3rd and long. Might have picked up, looks like about 2 or 3 yards. We'll get full confirmation in just a moment. Looks like they're going to spot him. Actually about 4 yards, and Western Boone's going to take their first time out here. Or sorry, Sheridan rather is going to take their first time out. So looking at this drive so far, Carter, notice Coach Pelly has not been afraid to let Brandon Potter throw the ball. He's done a pretty good job so far. Hasn't made any major mistakes, gotten out of pressure, thrown the ball away when he's needed to. Pretty impressive.
Absolutely. He looks like he has a lot of confidence after the snap, just dropping back, assessing the field, making a couple good throws. It's just these last couple have been incomplete.
Yeah, and especially on the one play, kind of an underrated play, when Franco had the quick pressure on him, Franco for Sheridan, got rid of the ball instead of taking the sack. That was a big play. Managed to just see Talbot. Even if the ball was a little low, that ball might have just been to get rid of it instead of, actually going for the completion.
Absolutely.
That would have been very difficult to hit.
He's very inexperienced as a varsity quarterback, but he's obviously pretty smart.
Absolutely. Knows what he's doing. And as you mentioned, very confident so far. 3rd and 7, 8:28 to go in the first. Just a few minutes have gone by here at Western Boone. And jump right there by Sheridan. a lot of the defensive linemen, in fact.
Weibo clapping it up.
Good fake by Potter on the cadence there. And that'll make it a much more manageable third down. Makes it 3rd and 2 now instead of 3rd and 7. How about that? We saw Rowan Durbin do that a lot last year, Carter. It's kind of a staple in the Stars' game plan is to get these guys to jump off sides a few times a game, and it helps them get easier conversions.
Absolutely. They get every yard that they can.
Okay, so now 3rd and 2. Potter fakes it. Looked like he was going to do it to Bruins. Passes it and incomplete. That one too high. Intended for Carter Markham, the senior. Definitely was tricky there by Western Boone. Saw a couple of fakes, in fact. Saw him fake the handoff to Bruins and then fake a toss to Mason Tomes in the backfield on the potential jet sweep and threw it downfield. Just a misfire there, and maybe not on the same page. So 4th and 2, Stars still want to go for it. Potter out of the shotgun, takes a snap, passes, and it's batted down, incomplete, and the drive will end for the Stars with a 4th down stop for Sheridan. That was Jesse Parker Williams, the senior. A great play there to bat the ball down, had no shot at getting that one, the defensive end. So Carter, what looked like a promising drive for the Stars early on comes to an end here, and Sheridan will get the ball.
Absolutely, Blake. Potter, being a junior, inexperienced, going out there, he might just be a little bit nervous. A couple of his throws have been short, a couple long. It's just, I feel like once he gets into his groove over the game, he'll be fine.
Absolutely, and he had some confidence on that drive as well. So we see the Sheridan offense for the first time tonight. And up right here early, great tackle made right there by the Stars. The ball carrier number 45, Elijah Kolb, for Sheridan. Wouldn't get much there. And in fact, it did not pick up, actually did pick up 1 yard, so that's 2nd and 9 now. See some of the players for Sheridan there. Caleb Alexander out there, number 4. He is the quarterback. We mentioned it in the pregame. He's going to fake the toss, going to pass it, and that one is just overthrown and incomplete. Intended for Nolan Page, the wingback. And that makes it 3rd and 9, so Sheridan's defense made a great stop there, Carter, on the 4th down. Western Boone's defense has a chance to potentially make the Blackhawks go 3 and out right off the bat.
That would be great to see.
Western Boone, 3rd and 9, right at the Sheridan 39-yard line. 7:43 to go in this first quarter. Let's see what happens here. A long conversion. Gonna fake it twice once again. Going way downfield, and that one is broken up. What a play there. Going for Trent DeCrane, and that one was deflected by Dylan Sheets, the sophomore for Western Boone. Makes the play, knocks it down, incomplete.
Great coverage by Dylan Sheets. He's a quick little guy out there. You saw him put the seatbelt on.
That's a good way of putting it. See here the replay. And that was a great throw, by the way, by Alexander.
Absolutely bombed it downfield. Just better coverage.
Yeah. When you get coverage like that, it's really difficult to complete. But that was a great play right there by Dylan Sheets for the Stars. So going to punt it right here is Sheridan. Take it in by Tomes. Tries to get away. Sweeps back left. Has some room. Here he goes. 40, 30, 20. Can he make the tackle? Just tackles him at the 10-yard line. Good hustle play, but Western Boone down to the 10-yard line. That was number 45 for Sheridan, Elijah Kolb on the tackle. But Western Boone's going to get this one 1st and goal on an amazing return by Mason Tomes.
Huge return for the Stars.
Look at this one.
And Mason Tomes in the spring also led the Western Boone Stars track team last year in sprinting. He had the fastest time in the 100-meter dash, and he's obviously showcasing his speed on the field.
Wow, man. It's amazing how the talent in all these sports. It can translate to every single sport, and obviously being on the track team surely has helped him with his speed. And what a shifty move, by the way, on the left side of the field, cutting all the way back right and getting the blocks as well. So 1st and goal at the 9-yard line for Western Boone. Potter under center. Handoff is to Bruins, and he gets in there. Touchdown, Western Boone. They take the lead. What a play there.
Great carry by Cannon Bruins.
9-yard carry for Bruins for the touchdown. Western Boone with the 6-0 lead, extra point pending here. Philip Talbot is the kicker. He had a few kicks last year when Josiah Smith was unable to kick for a few games. He's a pretty solid kicker from what we've seen. 6-0 lead. What a series of events there for Western Boone. Kick is up, and it is good. So Western Boone with a 7-0 lead here over Sheridan. Here's the highlight of that touchdown.
Cannon Bruins right here said, "How does my hand taste?"
And the Sheridan defender apparently said, "Not very good."
Absolutely, Blake. Great carry there, leads to the Western Boone Stars' first touchdown.
How about that? A drive set up at the 9-yard line, a one-play 9-yard drive. What, probably took 5 seconds on that drive?
You just have to thank Tomes, too, because, I mean, he set up that perfect return for how many plays? 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Led to a Western Boone Stars touchdown.
Tomes was amazing on that return, and it set up the Stars in perfect position to score. What an exciting series here. After going on a 4th down conversion, unable to convert on their first drive, knocked away. Sheridan then went 3 and out. Tomes set up the big return to the 9-yard line. Bruins gets in on the next play, 7-0 for Western Boone. So now we'll see for the second time tonight in just a moment the Sheridan offense and the Western Boone defense here. How about this start? It's been exciting. We're only 5 minutes in, Carter. This has been an exciting opening.
Absolutely, Blake. We have a whole night of football ahead of us. I'm excited to see what happens.
Still got more than 3.5 quarters here. It's been a while. I missed it, man.
Absolutely.
Best time of the year. It's Friday nights in football season. Talbot kicks it away, bit of a sideways kick. And that one bounces out of bounds. So that's going to be a penalty there. That's actually going to give Sheridan great field position. It's a bit of a sideways kick. And the flag will place Sheridan in a good spot around the point in the field they were earlier when they got the defensive stop on Western Boone.
Absolutely, Blake. PT obviously trying to put it into that back left corner, trying to set up a defensive stop for the Western Boone Stars.
Yeah, and that's, it's the first game of the year, so mistakes are going to be made, so we'll see. And, well, it looks like might actually be re-kicking it here. Didn't quite catch what the mix-up was. So it looks like they're going to kick it off again, actually, so my mistake there. Sure, we'll learn about what happened there as soon as we can. So Talbot will try it again here on the kickoff. This one is going to bound out of bounds once again. There's a flag again. So now they'll just a little silent here. I don't think I've seen this so far in my time covering it. It looks like they're getting backed up on each kickoff, so each time it goes out of bounds, the Stars are going to go back a little bit. That might be a new rule. Because last year when they had kickoffs out of bounds, which was rare with a kicker as good as Josiah Smith, as talented as he was, whenever there was one, the other team would get it in pretty good field position. So now Talbot will kick it again, and this time goes all the way back for a touchback, showing off the leg strength.
You see there, PT obviously switched up the approach, kicked it straight, and put it right into the back of the end zone.
Doing his best Josiah Smith impression there, a touchback, and Sheridan will get it at their own 20. So I suppose you go back 10 yards on each of those kickoffs. So Western Boone, it went back a couple of times. Talbot didn't even bother him, still was able to get the touchback. An amazing kick there. What was that? That was from the 30. It's probably a 70-yard kick.
Yeah, they had to back up after every single kick that went out of bounds, so he had a couple yards added to his kickoff and still put it right into the end zone.
So Sheridan gets the ball back. Alexander hands it off there. Nothing doing. Western Boone with the immediate tackle. That's number 50, Xander Venice, the freshman for Western Boone. Pretty big honor to be a freshman playing significant snaps for the Stars.
Absolutely, and you can see why he absolutely bear hugged that running back and put him on the ground.
Exactly. Able to get a very quick stop. At 6:45 left in the first quarter, 2nd and 8 for the Blackhawks, now at their own 22-yard line. Alexander back under center once again. Going to keep it, looking to pass, going deep once again. This one, oh, there's a fight for the ball. Was it caught? An amazing catch right there. That was number 5, Trent DeCrane, who nearly had the reception earlier. Sheets broke it up, and this time caught right at midfield at the 50-yard line. We'll get a highlight right here. Look at that throw once again. Impressive throw.
That's just age showing right there. You know, 2-year difference between Sheets and DeCrane. Obviously, the strength shows.
So here, once again, another throw by Alexander. Caught, breaking a tackle, and finally taken down. Number 2, Nolan Page for Sheridan, made the catch for a solid gain. Tackled by number 21, Mason Tomes for the Stars. That'll make it 2nd and 7. Ball on the Western Boone 47-yard line, now into Stars territory for the first time tonight is the Sheridan offense. Alexander was pretty solid last year when the Stars and the Blackhawks played, and he's shown it again tonight. Solid passes to start out this game. Going to take it again, another throw. This one high and incomplete.
Looking for DeCrane again there.
Had him open too, just a little overthrown, incomplete. 3rd and 7 now for Sheridan. Stars looking for their 2nd stop of the night. We'll see if they can get it. But with Alexander passing as well as he has been, who knows? Alexander back under center again, 2 backs behind him. Going to keep it, pitches it back, and that's going nowhere. Tackled immediately by guess who? Cannon Bruins. And that's a big loss for Sheridan, all the way back to their own 45, and they have no choice but to punt this one away.
Absolutely. Cannon Bruins doing a great job reading that option there. Had nowhere for the ball to go.
Amazing tackle by Bruins. That could have been a disaster potentially for Sheridan. You saw Alexander had a ton of pressure on him. Nearly got taken out for the sack and instead was barely able to stay up and pitch it back. But didn't go anywhere. High punt right here. Marcus Fortner just goes ahead and lets it bounce, and it goes to the 23-yard line, I believe. That's where Western Boone will get the ball for their 3rd time on offense. Had 2 pretty different drives, one starting deep in their own territory, went to midfield, and ended up ending in a 4th down, a field conversion, and then the other one pretty different and 9-yard drive.
Absolutely. You can tell Sheridan loves those deep passes. They've looked deep 2 or 3 times already in the first quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that a couple more times throughout this game.
Absolutely, and it worked on that play that got DeCrane all the way down to midfield. We've seen a couple of awesome passes so far from Alexander. Right on the money, one of them broken up on a great play by Dylan Sheets of the Stars. The other one caught, didn't end up going anywhere for Sheridan. So Potter back under center once again. Quick handoff to Bruins, not going to get much. Quick tackle there.
Cannon Bruins just muscling his way through the line once again.
Western Boone running game has been deadly in past years. Just thinking of some of the names. Robbie Taylor back a few years ago. Obviously last year, Trevor Weekly. Some of these guys, they've had some great running backs for the Stars. Cannon Bruins.
Absolutely. The running back development through Western Boone is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of these guys have gotten offers from schools, both running backs and other players for Western Boone. Quick handoff to Bruins again, and this time he finds room. Gets down for a first down inside the 35-yard line. A great handoff there. Some great blocks. I particularly saw a great one there from number 57, Gavin Prickett. Had a great block in front of Bruins and opened up the middle of the field to get Western Boone the first down.
Absolutely. As I said earlier, Pelly absolutely trusts that offensive line to make the right play.
3:25 here in the first quarter. It's been an exciting one. 7-0 Western Boone down to their own 38, 1st and 10. Potter takes a snap, quick throw. That one in and out of the hands of Marcus Fortner, number 11 for the Stars. So that makes it 2nd and 10 now for Western Boone. Bit of a high throw and a very difficult catch there. Unable to make it was Fortner, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. By the way, I do want to mention, I believe I said Marcus Fortner was a senior earlier. He is a junior. That was my mistake, but, I mean, just figured I'd point that out real quick. Potter back out there. Burns has done an amazing job so far at the running back position and on defense. We've seen him make big plays on both ends. And Western Boone going to take a timeout here. See what they want to do here. Quick talk here. It's been a very interesting first quarter for sure. Last year we saw Western Boone pretty much just dominated Sheridan from beginning to end in last year's matchup. I believe it was 35-12 at Sheridan. This time Sheridan has held their own, at least early on here. Still a 7-0 lead for the Stars after the great play by Tomes. And
absolutely. Both teams showcasing great defense and great offense.
Sheridan trying to get the stop here. 2nd and 10 it'll be once this timeout is over. And they've done a pretty good job at stopping some of these passes by Potter. A couple of them a little high, but a lot of them have been on the money, and they've just been able to make great tackles. Still 2nd and 10. The Stars offense has moved at times here tonight. Ball on their own 38, still 2nd and 10. 3:12 left in this first quarter, and the Stars lead at 7-0. Both teams have taken a timeout in this first quarter. Pretty interesting, especially coming from Coach Justin Pelly of Western Boone, who will take timeouts when needed to, and that must have been a moment he saw there, but likes to save some of his timeouts for the end, just in case he needs them for a quick drive. So here, 2nd and 10. Potter takes the snap, gonna throw it downfield, caught! Can they catch him? All the way down to the 10, 5, touchdown Western Boone! Philip Talbot on the catch, and a beautiful throw by Potter. How about that?
Brandon Potter, absolute great arm, threw it right over the middle, slung it right into his chest.
Got the protection he needed from the offensive line, took the shot. Talbot had separation. Goodbye. 13-0 Stars here on a 62-yard passing play from Potter to Talbot. Speaking of Talbot, here he is for the extra point. Gonna fake it, a jet sweep on the outside, and does he get in? Gets in for a 2-point conversion. How about that trick play there by Western
Talbot
Boone?
doing work for the Western Boone Stars offense.
How about it? Right after he had the touchdown for Western Boone. I don't know if I've seen that from the Stars before. Makes it a 15-0 game. Get the replay here. First on the touchdown here by Talbot.
Yeah, we're on a replay right now.
Nobody was going to catch him.
You saw PT ran past the whole Sheridan defense, and there was just nobody downfield with him.
Absolutely. Trent DeCrane and Nolan Page were the guys closest, just unable to catch up with Talbot. You got that open field speed, and especially when you get a beautiful throw in stride like that from Potter, who hit him right on the money, right where it needed to be, makes it pretty difficult to stop. And then on that extra point, that was just a great play by Talbot. A gutsy call right there. Makes it 15-0. Again, don't think I've seen that so far, as I remember, from Coach Justin Pelley making a call like that for the Western Boone Stars to fake the extra point, flip it back to the kicker, Philip Talbot, who had just made that touchdown catch and run, and then take it in for a 2-point conversion. He had to muscle his way in there at the end as well.
Absolutely. Justin Pelley may be trying to send a message to the other side of the field.
Absolutely. And not only that, also going for it one time on 4th down and would have gone for it another time, had the spot, left the Stars at 4th and 1. It looked like they were going to go for it. Definitely showing he has confidence in his guys, and definitely showing the gutsy calls that he's known for as the Stars head coach. 15-0 Western Boone. See here, now that's Marco Velasquez for the Stars now on the kickoff. Kick fielded inside the 20, getting blocks and then taken down past the 30-yard line. I believe that was Jacob Smith right there on the tackle for Western Boone, number 33. Pretty good return. Interesting to see Velasquez come in on the kickoff. Pretty exciting times for the Stars. Sheridan beginning to feel like maybe they got to get some points on the board. Obviously, plenty of game left to go. But I'm sure Coach Bud Wright would love to get some points on the board here and make this a closer game. Last year's game sort of got out of hand. Stars kept scoring over and over, and they got defensive stops, and eventually I believe it was 35-0 at one point in that game. It made it so difficult to come back from, they were not able to. 1st and 10 at the Blackhawks' 34-yard line. Sheridan took a timeout there. They were close to a delay of game penalty, I believe. And so they take the quick timeout. Looking here, definitely important for Sheridan to begin to get some points on the board here, Carter. Great shot here of the Sheridan huddle. Certainly discussing strategy, what they're going to do on this drive. They've started each of their drives around the same point in the field, around the 35 to 40-yard line. And they've made some plays, but haven't been able to make them all. Some of them, like the incredible breakup by Dylan Sheets earlier by the Stars. Some of them just missed opportunities. So a 1st and 10 here, 2:57 to go. See if the Blackhawks can respond. Sweep it back. Good pitch. Oh, he's got room. And a good run there. Good tackle, though, to prevent it. I saw Carter Markham there in on it. And I believe that was Trent DeCrane for the Blackhawks on the carry, and a good play to get a 1st down for Sheridan here. 2:41 in the 1st quarter. First and 10 at their own 49, right on the verge of Stars territory here. In motion here. Handoff, not going to get much there. Going to pick up a couple for the Blackhawks. That's number 45, Elijah Kolb. You saw Nolan Page go in motion on that play. Just a decoy for the Blackhawks, and that's going to make it 2nd and 8, now into Western Boone territory at the Stars 49. See here, DeCrane coming back into the game after his carry earlier. 2nd and 8 here. Down under a minute 40 in the first. Handoff here. Good tackle. Kolb got the handoff. But Venice, the freshman for Western Boone, Xander Venice, was able to get the tackle there, make it 3rd and 5 for Western Boone, or for Sheridan rather, for the Western Boone defense at the Blackhawks 46-yard line. What do you think Sheridan's going to do here, Carter? Do you think they're going to pass it again?
I don't know, Blake. 3rd and 5, obviously you got a couple yards to go. We might be seeing a long pass here by Sheridan.
Maybe so. Going to fake it a couple times. Finally hands it off here. And great tackle there. A couple of guys in there for Western Boone. One of them, Marco Velasquez, the junior. I believe Wyatt Dickey, another junior, in on that tackle. Didn't get anywhere. 4th and 5 here. 0 yards picked up. See what Sheridan does here. Looks like they're just going to kick it away. High snap. Cole punts it. Going to just let it go back. And a great punt right there. All the way down to the, believe the 1 or the 2 is where this one's going to be spotted. That was a great job by Kolb, pinning the Stars down to their own, I think, officially 2-yard line here. So Western Boone with another stop. But Carter, they got to go 98 yards. What do you expect the Stars to do here? Expect another run to start out this drive?
Well, you've seen in the past, Western Boone, you know, they usually get the first down, I'll tell you what. They have really good drives, especially on the other end of the team. Pelly probably trusts in his guys to make the right play.
Potter with the carry over to Bruins. Going to pick up a few, give the Stars some breathing room, and that's going to bring us to the end of quarter number 1 here with a solid pickup. So 0's on the clock for the first quarter here.
Podcast is brought to you in part by Collins Equipment. Located in Thorntown, Collins Equipment specializes in high-quality used tractors, trucks, and equipment. You can reach Chris Collins at 317-347-0074 or at collinseq@yahoo.com. You can visit their website at collinseq.com as well. Contact Collins Equipment today.
The Jamestown Lions Club is a proud sponsor of WBTV Sports and the entire Western Boone community. Contact President John Waymeyer at 765-481-7917 for more information on how you can help support the mission of the Jamestown Lions Club. The Jamestown Lions Club, a great place to call home.
Welcome back to the Stars and Blackhawks season opener here at Western Boone. 15-0 lead for Western Boone. 12 minutes left now in quarter number 2 as we're getting ready to start here. Stars have had an eventful first quarter, to say the least. Went on a long drive, ended in a 4th down stop for Sheridan. Then once Sheridan punted the ball away, Stars were able to take it all the way down to the 9 thanks to a great return on the punt from Mason Tomes. Bruins took it in for the touchdown. And then later on, we saw the 62-yard passing play from Brandon Potter on a beautiful in-stride throw to Philip Talbot for the touchdown. And then maybe the most surprising play so far, the fake extra point that went into a 2-point conversion for the Stars as they flipped it back to Talbot, the kicker, and managed to get into the end zone for a 15-0 Sheridan lead. Potter tried to keep it there, but he's just going to go down and take the sack. Great tackle made there. Number 21, Jesse Parker Williams, with the immediate pressure, snuffed out the play. The senior from Sheridan, the defensive end, and able to bring Potter down and make it 3rd and 8.
Absolutely. Great read from the defense there. He saw right through that fake handoff.
And that almost undoes what Bruins had done to give the Stars a little bit of room on a drive that started at their own 2-yard line, now on their own 4, obviously opposite end of the field now with the flipped quarters. Potter going to pass it deep downfield, incomplete. It was intended for Carson Saunders, a little over his head and incomplete, and that's going to lead to 4th and 8. And yeah, this one's not shocking here. It's going to be a Western Boone punt. I believe it's the first one of the night so far for the Stars. Didn't really look like anybody had much separation on that play. Potter just had to get rid of it to ensure he didn't take the safety. Talbot out for the punt. Snap over his head. That's a safety right there. The snap went right over his head. Actually went over the goalpost. And a mistake there, the first notable one from the Stars, as it gives up 2 points for Sheridan. So, who would have thunk it, Carter? The first points of the game for Sheridan don't come off a touchdown, don't come off a field goal. They come off of a safety on a snap over the head of Philip Talbot.
Absolutely. And after that first quarter, it looks like the only people who can stop the Stars are themselves.
Maybe. Who knows, man? Sheridan has gotten some stops, but it's been pretty difficult to stop the Stars offense, but that was a big one right there from them.
Absolutely. Obviously, you saw in the first quarter, 15 points. That's a pretty big jump in the beginning of the game.
Exactly, but who knows? That could be the thing that Sheridan needs to get back into this one. Even if it is just 2 points, they will get the ball back still. Stars up 15-2, a very odd score here with 11:11 left to go in quarter number 2. It's been a crazy game so far. So now Talbot will kick it off after the high snap and safety. Stars still got a 13-point lead here, so it's imperative for Sheridan to get some offense going fairly soon in this game. Kick off all the way back at their own 20 from the Stars. Talbot kicks it off. Good kick all the way down to the 30. And good tackle right there. That was number 26, Clyde McKagan for Western Boone. Believe that was Nolan Page, number 2 for the Blackhawks, who got the kickoff, fielded it, took it about 10-ish yards, but a good tackle by McKagan in order to make it 1st and 10 for Sheridan at their own 42-yard line. 11:06 in quarter number 2, down 15-2. Very odd score. So you see there, Owen Bell is in at quarterback, and he's going to take it himself. So pretty tricky right there. Owen Bell, the junior quarterback here, also a linebacker. He's back out on the field again. Interesting here, Carter. Maybe a change at the quarterback position. We'll have to see. It might just be for a few plays. So we'll see. But it looks like he's going back under center once again on 2nd and 5. Bell takes a snap. Kept it again, but this time going to go down. Nowhere to go. Swarmed immediately. A couple of the guys I saw in there. Drew Gott, I believe Marcus Fortner as well was in there. That's going to go for a loss.
If you see there, Blake, on the sideline of Sheridan, Caleb Alexander coming back in the game. Quick couple reps from Owen Bell. Didn't go quite their way.
Yeah, must have been trying to run some option plays there. Kept it twice in a row, 1 for a gain, 1 for a loss. Makes it 3rd and 7 officially here. Fakes it multiple times, then hand it off. Nowhere to go. Taken down. Page on the carry. But some great tackling there from Western Boone. I believe McKagan once again, as well as Carter Markham. He was the first one to get there.
Western Boone Stars, many of them were sent right at him. Just kept pushing him back. He had nowhere to go.
Makes it 4th and 14 here. And Sheridan once again will have to punt it away. They're only 2 points off of a safety after a high snap by the Stars. This punt fielded here by Fortner and gets near the 45-yard line, down officially to the 44-yard line of Western Boone. How about that, Carter? The defense has not given up any points so far. It's been stop after stop. There's another one right there.
Absolutely. Tons of pressure being sent from the Western Boone Stars. Just there's at least 2 people being sent at the ball, at least every play.
Yeah, exactly. And that's been it's been very difficult to stop. We'll just say that much so far. For Sheridan, the Stars have been able to snuff out pretty much every play they've had on offense, with the exception of just a few plays. So now Potter back under center once again. Going to keep it simple, keep it a handoff to Bruins. He's got room. Here he goes, 30. Goes to the 20 and taken out of bounds near the 15-yard line. What a play there to start the drive.
Like we said at the beginning of the game, Blake, Cannon Bruins is definitely one to watch for tonight and the rest of the season.
Take the highlight right here. Tough to bring him down. DeCrane just barely able to get him out of bounds. Puts it down to the Sheridan 16-yard line. Stars have got it. 8:49 in this quarter. Stars trying to make it up to a 3-score lead.
Cannon Bruins, he saw a little bit of open field there. Thought he was taking it to the Casa, but he was stopped on the 16th.
Just got, maybe a mile or 2 away, maybe stopped at the neighbor's house.
Absolutely, Blake. You know, he was probably running low on flour.
Just got very, very close. Not quite able to, but 1st and 10 there. That was a timeout there, by the way, by Western Boone. Their second. Man, Cannon Bruins has been fun to watch so far.
Absolutely, and it's the first game of the season. I'm excited to see what he can do for the rest of the year.
Exactly, especially once we get into some of these conference games in the Sagamore Conference for the Stars. Should be a lot of fun to watch him. I mean, he's made so many plays on defense. Getting him on offense, he almost feels like a no-brainer.
Absolutely. When the Stars look to be in trouble, they look right for Cannon Bruins, and he can usually crank out a couple yards for him.
It's been very successful so far. Very few runs that have been stopped by the Stars. It's been the biggest struggle of the Sheridan defense is stopping that run. They've been able to stop a lot of the Stars' passes. It's the Western Boone run game that has been the biggest struggle for them so far. So 1st and 10 at the Sheridan 16. Potter back under center again. Nearly got them the jump. Handoff here, and that's Luke Jackson here. Going to pick up a few more yards. Maybe get Bruins a little bit of rest here after the big run. Second down and 4 for the Stars now. 10 yards away once again from the end zone, Carter. And you got to feel like for Sheridan, this is a big point for them defensively. It feels like they've got to make a stop right here.
Absolutely.
Handoff again to Luke Jackson. Picks up a few more yards.
Great tackle there from the Sheridan Blackhawks. Obviously feeling the pressure with the Western Boone Stars this close to scoring again.
Yeah, very important that they make that tackle there. Does make it 3rd and 1, so we'll see if the Stars can convert. Potter looking over to the sideline. First game as a quarterback, he's looked pretty good so far, but it's been the run game for Western Boone that's been dominant so far by Cannon Bruins and now by Luke Jackson, who's had a couple of great plays. Potter under center, Tums in motion, it goes to him, and that one just gets away and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Western Boone.
Obviously, you saw Mason Tomes get out wide around the defense and took it to the Casa.
He finally made it. Stars are in. 21-2 is the score now. What a play there. He almost got tackled in the backfield, but was able to just tiptoe his way down the sideline and sneak in for the touchdown.
Absolutely, a great move.
Now on the extra point, Jackson on the hold. That one up, and it's going to be, actually that one's going to be offside, so the kick was good, but Western Boone going to accept that penalty, the offsides penalty, it looks like. Or potentially just a re-kick right here.
Pelly obviously pretty confident in PT's kicking ability.
That one up and good as well. 22-2 here at Western Boone. Philip Talbot adding on the extra point. Here is the touchdown run.
Look here, Blake. Whoop! Where is he going?
Looks like you said, he's going to the Casa right there.
Western Boone not having any trouble finding the end zone. Cannot say the same for the Sheridan Blackhawks.
22 points for the Stars, 3 touchdowns, 2 extra points, and a 2-point conversion for Western Boone. Safety is the only score by Sheridan so far. Man, this has been an exciting game for the Western Boone crowd here. This is a critical time for Sheridan right here. Last drive was critical. This one even more so now that they're down by 3 scores instead of 2. But that Western Boone defense has just been daunting so far, Carter.
Absolutely. In the crowd, you can absolutely feel the energy up here in the booth. Every single inch of the bleachers over here on the Western Boone side is filled.
Absolutely. Every single home game here at Western Boone, every single seat is filled up. And there's never a lack of energy, to say the least.
Absolutely.
7:23 to go in quarter number 2. It's a 22-2 game, a 20-point lead.
You see here Marco Velasquez lining up for the kickoff, maybe just to give PT's leg a little bit of rest.
That would be my guess as well. And it's a pretty good kickoff once again inside the 20 here. And pretty good return right there. Had some open room. That was number 2 for Sheridan, Nolan Page.
You saw him there shoot it right through the middle, get a couple of extra yards. Very effective.
Inside the 35, their own 35 to start this drive, or just outside, rather, at their own 34. Big drive for both of these teams. If Western Boone can get the defensive stop, this one might get even more out of hand, but if Sheridan can score, they could get right back into this one. Handoff here from Alexander, and that's not going to go anywhere. Quick stop.
Looks like the tackle there was made by Cannon Bruins.
Not able to get much there.
And you can't help but think the Sheridan Blackhawks need a little bit of energy.
Perhaps so. You see the Western Boone sideline, Western Boone crowd very energetic. Sheridan crowd's kind of calmed down a little bit. Might need to snap some energy into them if they want to get back into this one.
Absolutely, and I think a big play could help them.
Alexander here, the quarterback, 2nd and 8. That was a 2-yard pickup. Going to take it, going to try to pass, but nowhere to go. Great play there. A swarm of stars. The one who got to him officially, Drew Gott, the senior. Take a look here at the highlight.
1, 2, 3. Western Boone Stars shooting after the quarterback. Doesn't make it easy.
Jacob Smith, number 33, was also pretty close. I believe got him clean to make it 3rd and 10, a 2-yard sack. Ball on the Sheridan 34, right where they started this drive. Under 6 minutes to go in quarter number 2. 3rd and 10. There's a penalty flag right here. And looks like it's going to be a false start on Sheridan to make it even more difficult for them. 15 yards to go for the first down now for Sheridan. Now back at their own 29. A lot of these mess-ups on this drive by Sheridan, they've been self-inflicted. Great plays by the Stars taking advantage, but that one right there going to cost them 5 more.
Absolutely. You can't help but think Sheridan's offensive and defensive line is looking a little jumpy today.
And that run going to go nowhere. Stars immediately took him down. Offensive line for Sheridan has not been able to hold up against the Stars' defensive line, like you mentioned, Carter. 4th and 15 here. Going to punt it away once again. They have really no choice. Punted away. Drew Gott came close to that one. That one muffed but picked up. Fortner once again on the return and struggling to hold on to the ball. Does hold on to it, but not going to get much on the return.
Marcus Fortner tried to make something happen there, was not successful.
Well, again, they just hold on to the ball there. Did muff it at first.
Absolutely.
Had the Blackhawks been just a couple yards closer, it might have been the turnover to Sheridan, but now to the 36-yard line for the Stars is where they will start this drive. They've got 64 to go for the touchdown. 63, rather. They start at their own 37. So Brandon Potter back out there once again. Bruins, the lone running back. Handoff is to Bruins. That one, well, gets a couple yards, but not going to get much. Good defensive stop early in this drive. One of the guys I saw in there for the Blackhawks was number 24, Joseph Franco. Made a big play on the first drive, got a big pressure on Brandon Potter. Has not been able to do that again, but a good run stop there, and one that they needed. 2nd and 7. Still, Cannon Bruins once again managed to get a few off of that one.
Absolutely. You can obviously tell the Sheridan coach sending at least a couple guys at Cannon Bruins every play. You have to stop him.
Quick pass to the outside to Marcus Fortner. Managed to gain a few yards there. Good quick play from Western Boone to make it 3rd and manageable here.
Excellent footwork there by Fortner.
Pretty shifty there. Could have brought him down pretty quick, but managed to gain a few extra yards that he might not have been able to get. Makes it 3rd and 3 for the Stars, and Sheridan's got a big opportunity to make a stop here if they can get it here. Seen him get a couple, but Western Boone's really run away with this one the last few drives. Potter under center, Tomes in motion. Now Tomes goes back to the left side. In motion once again. He gets the carry. Gets the first down to midfield. What a play there, again, by Mason Tomes, who's led the big impact in this game.
Absolutely. You can see the trust that he has in the offensive line, absolutely shooting through the gaps, just finding the holes. Makes the first down really easy to grab.
Exactly. Very good job up front by Western Boone. It was Franco on the tackle for the Blackhawks. Right at midfield are the Stars. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line on the right hash. Fortner out very wide. In motion is McKagan, and Bruins.
Brandon Potter appears to have kept it himself, gets a couple yards there.
Yeah, my mistake. I thought he'd handed it off, but a very quick run up the middle for Potter. He picked up 3. I think that's the first time we've seen Potter make a run so far. He's mostly just stayed in passing the ball, but good run there on the 1st and 10. Makes it 2nd and 7, now into Sheridan territory.
Absolutely.
Fortner out wide once again. Handoff, fake handoff, and taken out for the sack right there. Had nowhere to go. Big play, Jesse Parker-Williams for Sheridan. I got the immediate pressure, read out the play. See the replay right here. That one had no chance on the fake.
Potter trying to keep it 2 plays in a row. Obviously saw right through it.
And trying to increase those 8 rushing yards in his career.
Absolutely.
I think he's +2 overall in the night, but more importantly, he's got a touchdown pass.
10 is more than 8, Blake.
That's right. And what a catch! Fortner down to the 20. A beautiful pass from Brandon Potter.
Right on the money from Brandon Potter. Not a lot of successful deep passes from both sides of the field, but obviously that one worked well in their favor.
Look at this one. Look at the spiral on this pass. That was perfect. Seeing it here up in the press box, that was about as good as you could throw it. And, of course, Marcus Fortner with an amazing catch. Kept him out wide a few plays in a row and managed to get it there. Throw once again to Fortner, makes the catch, a low throw. A good job by Fortner. Picks up 5 more.
Looking for Fortner again.
Now near just 1 minute left in this quarter. Stars trying to hurry it up and get some points here before the half. Potter goes to the line, getting to 1 minute. Hand up here. Not going to go anywhere. Jacob Smith on the carry for the Stars, unable to make a gain. They're going to let the clock go a little bit. Now 44 seconds left. 3rd and 3 at the Sheridan 19-yard line. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Pelly does here, if he just lets some time go down, then takes a timeout, or maybe that might be what they're doing based on the look here, or if maybe they just try and get a few extra yards for a potential field goal attempt. But you got to think the Stars want to try and get a touchdown here. Play clock down to 6 seconds.
A touchdown here would definitely send a message to the Sheridan Blackhawks.
Make it very difficult for them to come back in this game. Let the clock go all the way down to 17 seconds left in this half. And Western Boone did, in fact, take their final timeout. So based on what we've seen so far, my guess here, and, you know, I'm no wizard here, so I'm not exactly the best at predicting these things. But if I had to take a guess, I would say the Stars might be looking for another pass play, potentially maybe into the end zone here, just based on how much time they let go off the clock. Because a run here, if they don't get the first down, it'd be very difficult to get a potential field goal attempt in.
Absolutely. And me, you know, also not a wizard. I've tried to test my magical abilities. No success yet.
Man, have you seen Andrew Petro and his crystal ball? He's pretty good at predicting these things.
Scary good.
He told me not to let you steal the crystal ball, so I promised him I won't let him. I won't take it away from him.
He threatened me. He did.
He's very serious about the crystal ball. Crystal ball is very good at predicting things like the offense is going to try and score. Some of the bold predictions by...
How does he do it?
Exactly. I don't know. It's crazy. He's a magician. Potter out of shotgun is going to throw it to the end zone. And it is caught. Is it a touchdown? It is. Marcus Fortner. That was his drive right there. 12 seconds left.
What an amazing catch from Fortner, rising above the defense and grabbing it right out of the air.
And another great place throw by Potter to give his guy a shot. Western Boone now up 28-2.
Absolutely, and you hear those fireworks from miles out on a Friday night. You know what that means, a Western Boone touchdown.
12 seconds left in the second quarter, and Sheridan has not scored a touchdown yet. 28-2. Philip Talbot out there for the extra point attempt. And you never know. I mean, they went for 2 earlier on the fake. Luke Jackson, the holder, and Philip Talbot, the kicker. What a play that was.
Absolutely. A beautiful throw right above the defense from Brandon Potter. Put it right where it needed to be.
Potter, outside of just a couple throws, has been deadly through the air so far. It's been a lot of fun to watch him go. And, hey, he's increased those stats.
Absolutely.
Had a 62-yard pass play earlier. He's definitely over 100 passing yards at this point. Now has 2 touchdowns.
That is more than he had before.
That is. In fact, that's actually 2 more than he had before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Western Boone Stars playing great football today.
Yeah, this has been really just awesome to see from a fan perspective. This has been a very high-powered offensive game from the Stars. Still preparing for that extra point. Let's get the replay here. Potter, by the way, great throw with pressure right in his face. Took the hit and still delivered a dime into the end zone.
Beautiful catch from Fortner in double coverage. Absolutely snagged it.
Just an assassin both those guys have been so far. Like we said, that was Fortner's drive right there. He had the big catch on 3rd and long. Had another catch later. In fact, I believe actually all 3 of the last plays, maybe a run in between, were Fortner catching the football. Extra point attempt right here. Kick is up, and no good right here on the extra point. So that one was wide left, I believe.
Philip Talbot, he's gotten a lot of reps today. You know, I'm sure his leg is getting tired.
Absolutely, seems like it. I mean, kicked that many extra points. I mean, had the big catch as well, so that might be tiring his legs as well.
And they're not really losing anything because Philip Talbot obviously in that first quarter had that fake PAT, put it in for the extra 2 points.
Yeah, so that made up for it right there. So that 2-point conversion makes up for that missed PAT, and that makes it 28-2 now. 12 seconds left, and be a little shocking to see Sheridan do much with just this little time left. Maybe see a kick return attempt, but unless they get very close down inside maybe the 30 or the 20, you might just see them take a knee and take this thing to halftime. But I'm sure they'll give it a try on this kickoff. Getting ready for the kickoff. Likely one of the last plays of this half. With just 12 seconds left to go. Velasquez with the kickoff. This one, a short one, a very short one. Maybe just trying to bleed a little bit of time off the clock. Almost looked like an onside attempt. Obviously the goal there, though, just to let a couple extra seconds go away. Sheridan here. Likely going to kneel it, but who knows with how close they are to midfield now. Could potentially see one more play out of them, but
Sheridan loves those deep passes. We might see him pull another one right out of their back pocket here.
Alexander under center is just going to take the knee and take this thing to halftime. What a half for the Western Boone Stars. They have a 28-2 lead here. What a great job by both sides of the ball. Well, it's been a fun half, Carter. Fortunately, got to go to a break here for halftime. So we'll be right back with Western Boone versus Sheridan varsity football on WBTV Sports after this.
Hi, my name is Michael Behrens, and I'm a current meteorologist at WZZM-TV in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I bought this advertisement simply to support the awesome work that the Western Boone radio TV program does and the opportunities it provides to students. In fact, that's how I got my start in television. Without this amazing program, I would not be where I am today. So please do what you can to support this unique program and the students who dedicate so much to make it a success. Thanks for watching WBTV.
Whitaker Glass and Mirror, located across from the Lebanon Municipal Building, has been serving the Boone County area for nearly 15 years. Whitaker takes care of windows, specialty glass, mirrors, windshields, and more. Contact Troy and Janie at 765-482-1500 or online at www.whitglass.com.
Let's go ahead and get rid of the slow banner for the band. So we're going to go ahead and cover on the upper right corners and back. Let's start off. Good job. Okay. So turn that up a little bit. So this operates just like a scoreboard. So this is Western Boone, this is Sheridan. So if you get a touchdown, you just click +6. So like that. You do have to keep an eye on this. So this is your down and distance. So whatever number is here on your down, you just want to make sure that matches here. And then same here on that.
For this evening's halftime entertainment, we are proud to present the Imperial Star Command Band. Under the direction of Mrs. Leslie Baker, they will be presenting their 2023 show, Out of the Box. The Imperial Star Command made finals at State Fair Band Day for the first time since the 1970s and placed 11th out of 30 bands overall. You want to enjoy their performance? Out of the Box.
but we're going to switch. You're clear now. He's a second. He's really good. So what do you want to do? You want to do this? Or you want to do the chin forward? Okay, good. So we'll definitely rotate you. Or we can put you on a headset too, if you want to do it. But you can't go crazy.
Number 17 with coming.
That might be worth it.
Yeah, just like.
I was on this field today for a race.
Lost on the field, but never won in my heart.
Here, let me.
Y'all take cards?
Well,
Just cash. That's your voucher. Future reference. How much is cash? But you can always ask.
You guys want food? Come on, it's free.
It's like 3 of them.
You gonna go get food?
Nothing I got Jimmy John's on the way.
You want food?
I'm good.
You're good?
We're actually all these all we had is hot dogs and skills. You can only use it.
If your car's not running like it should, make sure you bring it to Beasley Automotive, located at 321 South Front Street in Thorntown. Locally owned by Weibo grad Brayton Beasley, that's Beasley Automotive and Performance Repair.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Since 1901, Home National Bank has been part of our community. Through the years, Home National Bank has strived to meet all financial needs of their customers. Home National Bank has 2 convenient locations in Thorntown and Lebanon.
WBTV would like to thank Nick Threlkeld for being a longtime sponsor of the Western Boone Radio TV class. And just like Nick's dedication to Western Boone, he's dedicated to making sure all of your insurance needs are taken care of. Give Nick a call at Ellinger Riggs Insurance for all of your auto, home, farm, life, and business. That's Ellinger Riggs Insurance at 765-790-4365.
Welcome back to Western Boone as they take on the Sheridan Blackhawks. 28-2, the halftime score. It's been a dominant effort from Western Boone. 4 touchdowns, including 2 passes from quarterback Brandon Potter making his first start. This has been pretty impressive, Carter. What do you think about Brandon Potter's performance?
I mean, coming into this game, he didn't have a lot of varsity minutes. He was kind of inexperienced going up to the next level, but he looks to be very comfortable. Obviously been working on it in the offseason and in practice. Definitely getting his confidence up, just boosting his skill level.
Absolutely, and from the interactions I've had with some of these Western Boone football players, you can tell they all really respect and like him a lot. You can tell he's one of the top guys on this team. He's had a great first half, over 100 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes, including a 62-yarder to Philip Talbot on a catch and run. That was a dime. It threw it right in stride. And another couple of great passes to Marcus Fortner as well. Sheridan, meanwhile, it's been a bit of a struggle here. Did get the safety off of the high snap from Western Boone. It traveled out of the back of the end zone. Actually had a similar play last year against Sheridan, the Stars. It was the first play, the first snap, where a snap went right over Rowan Durbin's head. Didn't go for a safety, was able to jump back onto it, but was a big loss for the Stars on that play. Western Boone doing a lot of what they did last year against Sheridan. They dominated that game. They went out to a 35-0 lead. Won it 35-12, I believe, was the final. They've done a lot of really good things, and Carter, once again, both now offensively and defensively, Cannon Bruins has been a huge presence for Western Boone.
Absolutely. He's a great two-way player, making tackles on the defensive side and running the ball right up the middle on the offensive side. One thing I do want to point out is the Western Boone Stars do a wonderful job of mixing up their plays. You know, they have a lot of great passing plays. They hit the open man, and then they go right back to the handoff, run it up the middle, get wide. Great couple of yards.
Absolutely. This Western Boone offense, we've seen some quick passes. We've seen some long passes downfield, some runs on the outside, on the inside, even a trick play on the extra point attempt that actually was a fake and went for 2 for Philip Talbot. Flipped it back.
Absolutely. They love keeping the defense on their toes, making it really, really easy for them to get those conversions, just marching it down the field to another touchdown.
They've done a very good job of that so far tonight. Really no struggles defensively and very few struggles offensively. Only a couple of plays here. Getting ready for this kickoff here for the second half. A 28-2 Western Boone lead. We'll see if Sheridan can get anything going here. It's a big drive to start out this half. We'll see if Sheridan has any gas in the tank. They've got to get it right here. They will get the ball to start the half, so we'll see them first. 24 minutes left in this game. And head coach Justin Pelley has done a great job. Kickoff here once again from Marco Velasquez, the junior for Western Boone. Kicks off and fielded all the way back at the 20-yard line and going to be taken down there just past the 30-yard line. That was number 45 for Sheridan, Elijah Kolb.
Great tackle there made by Luke Jackson, number 6 for the Western Boone Stars.
He's had a lot of big plays so far as well.
Absolutely.
Had a couple runs there in the red zone earlier in this game. Got Western Boone very close and eventually led to the touchdown by Mason Tomes on the flip, the lateral to him.
Absolutely. Him and Cannon Bruins doing a great job of plugging up the middle, not allowing a lot of huge gains on the rushing.
Exactly. They've done a great job shutting down the Sheridan offense so far. Handoff here, and like you said there, not a lot going. A couple of guys I see there. Number 50, Xander Venice, one of them. Jacob Smith, number 33, another for Western Boone on the quick takedown. 2nd and 10, that was no gain there. Ball on the 33-yard line. This has been historically a pretty tough matchup over the last few years for Sheridan. The Stars have gotten the better of them several of the last few times. The only time in recent memory that Sheridan was able to defeat the Stars was back in 2020 when they narrowly defeated them here, or on their own field rather. What a tackle there.
There you see again, Cannon Bruins plugging up that middle, does not allow a lot of rushing yards on defense, just bear hugging the running back and throwing him right down to the ground.
An incredible tackle. So quick, I wasn't even able to catch who got the handoff for Sheridan. Get the highlight here, actually be able to see it momentarily. Well, I take that back.
Never mind.
Maybe we'll get the highlight later. It's all right. 3rd and 10. Back in shotgun is Alexander looking to pass. Under pressure and taken down right there. Western Boone, Marco Velasquez and Jacob Smith were the guys there on the quick takedown. 4th and 12.
You saw there, Caleb Alexander, a lot of pressure coming towards him. Tried to use his feet, get a little mobile, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of success there.
Not able to make anything happen there. The Western Boone defensive line has been so overwhelming so far. Good punt right here, though. That was by Kolb and then fielded by Western Boone's number 8, Malachi Christie, the sophomore, number 8. One of the things that we've always liked to see on really all of these high school teams, we've noticed it a lot for Western Boone since we covered their games. A lot of the younger guys get play time, whether it be on special teams, whether it be late in games, able to get some reps in and really get experience for the future. Brandon Potter used to be one of them. He got some plays late last year, late in some games, including against Frankfurt, where he had his passing touchdown. Handoff here. Not going to pick up much. Good tackle there by Kolb for Sheridan, and that was Jacob Smith on the handoff.
Good job by Sheridan's defensive line there, plugging up the middle, not allowing that run to get through.
Like we mentioned, though, a lot of these Western Boone guys have had some time in the past, including Brandon Potter, and even those reps, those few reps, can really help a guy in the future just to know what to do, what not to do, and he's looked sharp at the quarterback position so far. Another handoff here. Jacob Smith once again. A couple of guys on that tackle there for Sheridan. Cole McIntosh, one of them. Braden Wiseman, another. And I believe Nolan Page as well for Sheridan. We're all in on that tackle. Third and 4, they picked up 3 yards on each of these runs by Jacob Smith. Interesting to see. Bruins has not been out there so far on this drive, maybe giving him some rest time after that first half. Potter looking to the outside, is caught. Might be a little bit short. We'll have to see where they mark it. It's very, very close. And that one was to Carson Saunders. And that will be enough for the first down. So they're going to give him forward progress there on that play. Down to the Western Boone 40.
Absolutely. And we were talking earlier about Brandon Potter's reps last year at the end of the season. Getting in there early before you get that start, you know, you can obviously see the change in speed and pace at which the game goes.
Absolutely. Big handoff here for Smith. He's been the workhorse on this drive so far. 3-yard carries on his first 2. Now gets 9 on this one. Makes it 2nd and 1. Now just on the verge of Blackhawks territory at the Western Boone 49-yard line with 7:52 to go in the third quarter.
Western Boone Stars offense looks to be settling in this deep into the third quarter.
Yeah, and certainly from what I've noticed, they did have the pass from Potter on the third down, but a lot of runs on this drive, maybe just trying to bleed some of the clock with a big lead. Another one right here. Big run here by Tomes, gets the first down once again. That was a great play once again by Tomes. He's had a few of those tonight. Going to get all the way down to the 41-yard line of Sheridan.
Great hit there by number 32, Alexander Cravens, to push Mason Tomes out of bounds, get that stop.
Absolutely, but a 10-yard gain on 2nd and 1 makes it 1st and 10 for Western Boone at the 41. Sheridan took a timeout right there. How about this game so far? Exciting plays all around. What a way to start the season. Western Boone was the highest scoring offense in the Sagamore Conference last year. And I believe the defense that allowed the least amount of points. So they were one of those top teams.
Absolutely, and we're seeing that here today. Just absolutely shutting down the Sheridan Blackhawks offense, excuse me. Not making it easy for them.
Absolutely. Hear the crowd going wild because it's brownie time. See it down there, cheerleaders throwing brownies into the crowd. They love that tradition here at Western Boone. I've seen a couple of these brownie tosses. They've had some pretty good spiral on them, to be honest.
Absolutely. Maybe give Brandon Potter a run for his money, some of these cheerleaders.
Perhaps. There's one right there. I saw one earlier that had perfect spiral.
Yeah.
On the quick play here, just going to pick up a few.
You know, if you're going to catch a brownie, you want it to be a spiral.
Absolutely. Man, these guys are losing it down here.
You can see the last brownie up for grabs.
Who's going to get it? I don't
One
know.
of the youngins.
Somebody got the box. I mean. All right, so 2nd and 7 here after the quick play by Western Boone. After the Sheridan timeout. Potter hands it off, or keeps it, batted up, and very nearly able to make a play on the ball was the Sheridan defense, but a good bat down. You saw number 21, Jesse Williams, made the deflection, and or he went for the ball at least. A big play for Sheridan to knock that one down, make it 3rd and 7. Stops the clock as well with 6:40 left in this third quarter.
You can definitely tell the pace of the game has slowed down a little bit. Western Boone Stars feeling a little bit more relaxed. You know, they got the lead on their side, just playing the time.
Absolutely, just trying to see what they can do. Potter going to pass it and going to get sacked right there. Thought about passing it, tried to get away, had nowhere to go. That one, Eli Kolb on the sack for Sheridan. There's a big play by the Blackhawks defense to get the replay.
Saw there Western Boone offense maybe a little bit too relaxed.
Big pressure as well there. Came in pretty much unblocked. And Western Boone, no shock here, just going to punt it away on 4th and 14.
Absolutely, one of the very few punts that Western Boone has had to make.
And well, there's a flag thrown. See what that one's for. So still 4th and long here. Over back on the sideline. I believe Sheridan actually called a timeout there. So that's what the stoppage is for. Didn't quite catch that at first, but Sheridan did take their 2nd timeout. How about this game so far?
Very exciting, you know. Just watching Western Boone settle down into their offense.
It's very exciting to see. They've always been a lot of fun to watch on offense. Had a lot of games last year, some that come to mind, including this matchup last year against Sheridan. Their game against Western here at home, which, by the way, WBTV Sports will be covering that game next week in Kokomo, so look forward to that one. Punt, a very high snap there. able to get it away. That was Velasquez. And fielded, and then a big hit on the sideline. That was Nolan Page there, but a huge hit on the return. Picked up just a couple extra yards. Might not have been worth the hit. Thankfully, he's all right, but 5:40 here in the third quarter. Sheridan just going to get it around the 22-yard line with a 1st and 10.
As you saw, that was a pretty surprising hit. I mean, I heard it all the way up here in the box. And coming from a sophomore, that's number 8, Malachi Christie, just absolutely crushing him right into the out of bounds.
Absolutely. It's the second time we mentioned his name tonight so far. Made some big plays on special teams. .540 here. Blackhawks just trying to get something going. Alexander under center. Steps back, and immediate pressure is eventually going to get sacked. Bruins was there initially. But then in the end, it was Evan Allen for Western Boone who got the sack, number 54, on Alexander, making it an even more difficult night so far for Sheridan. 2nd and 17 now.
You could tell on that last Western Boone drive, they kind of picked up some energy, Sheridan did, after stopping them and turning it over on downs, you know, forcing them to punt, and then you come out there and that's your first play. Doesn't look great.
Yeah, kind of slows the momentum a little bit there. Defense has made some plays tonight. The offense for Sheridan, very few so far against the Webo defense. Handoff here, going to go for a few. Venice made the tackle for Western Boone. And Eli Kolb with the carry, number 45, for Sheridan. In fact, it got only 3 yards there, so it's 3rd and 14. We'll see what they decide to do. I'm a little bit surprised by that up-the-middle play call right there with the long conversion, but 3rd and 14 now, a bit easier. Stars defense getting ready for this 3rd and 14 play. They've given up no points tonight. The only points for Sheridan off of a safety. Flipped it back to the outside. Trying to get room, does not get much. Quick tackle made there by the Stars to quickly end another Sheridan drive.
Interesting run play there with a lot of yards to convert on.
Exactly. A little bit surprised because we've seen Alexander make some of those throws tonight. Had a couple of nice passes down the field. Maybe Coach Wright just trying to get a little bit of extra room for the punter. See what they can do. That one touched by Star, but then fielded by Mason Tomes, who got it off the bounce. Goes to the right side, is inside the 40, and taken down around the 36-yard line. That was not Nolan Page. That was actually number 26, Gavin Schwartfeger for the Blackhawks.
A little bit of a lucky bounce right there. Went right through Malachi Christie's hands and hit Mason Tomes right in the chest.
Absolutely. That could have been a tough play there for Western Boone. Could have given Sheridan the ball back, but Tomes able to make the play and gets it all the way down to the 36-yard line of the Sheridan Blackhawks. Potential for another big drive for Western Boone. We'll see if they can do it in enemy territory.
One more thing I'm very impressed about is Brandon Potter's ability to command the offense.
Absolutely. He's made every play he's needed to. That one going to go nowhere. Very few yards on the tackle there.
I believe it was number 24, Luke Adkins, on the carry.
Certainly looks like it. I've seen him a few times on the field tonight making some plays. A junior for the Stars. Under 3 minutes left in this third quarter. This one's gone by a lot faster, mainly due to all the runs so far. Not a lot of passes, not a lot of incompletions either. Play clock down to 5 before they do hand it off, and that one's going to pick up a few more. Steady progress by the Stars, and that is Adkins once again on the carry for Western Boone. 3rd and 6. You know, at this point, Western Boone maybe potentially trying to play it a little more conservative here since they've got the big lead. You never know with Coach Pelly, though. He could very well pull out a trick here.
Absolutely. Knowing Pelly, he's got a couple trick plays up his sleeve. We saw one earlier in the first quarter with that fake penalty.
Flipped outside here for the first down and more. And he is gone. Touchdown, Western Boone. Clyde McKagan on the run off of the flip from Brandon Potter. What a play there. And some Sheridan Blackhawks looking down in disbelief. What a run by McKagan there. Got some huge blocks down the line. And the touchdown for the Stars makes it 34-2 with the extra point pending by kicker Philip Talbot. Extra point is up, and this one is good, making up for the miss earlier. So 35-2. Very similar to last year's run where they went on a 35-0 run versus Sheridan. And a great cut right there. Stars able to convert once again, and some of the Blackhawks in disbelief how this one has gotten out of hand so far for them. 1:52 left in this quarter. Another huge play. That one by the senior McKagan, who we've seen make a couple of good plays so far tonight. That, of course, his biggest one of all. And the Stars have 5 touchdowns on offense so far.
Absolutely. And McKagan, you know, I have noticed that he is another Western Boone Stars track runner. He is one of the better sprinters on the team as well, as we saw with Mason Tomes earlier in the game, and now Clyde McKagan showcasing both of their speed.
Absolutely.
I mean, you play other sports, it really, really does show when you play some football.
Exactly. I mean, that speed is just so difficult to stop. Like, I can only imagine being one of those Sheridan defenders. And some of these guys, just they make one cut and they're gone. Like, we saw it with Tomes, we saw it with McKagan. Seen it even with Cannon Bruins at times. He's had some bruising runs. So kickoff here, kind of a low kick. Then a 20, past the 25 to the 30, the 35, 40. Very nearly towards the 40 and taken down there. And the ball is out. Did the Stars get it? They did. Western Boone gets the ball back.
Absolutely devastating fumble there for the Sheridan Blackhawks. Western Boone Stars had to capitalize.
Tough play. Let's see who forced the fumble there. Marcus Fortner, I believe, is the one who forced it. What a play there. Just ripped it out of his hands. And we do have an injured Western Boone Star right now. Great play there by Fortner to rip it out. Didn't quite catch who recovered it, but Stars do get the ball. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Great job there by Luke Adkins, number 24, staying with his teammate, making sure he's okay.
Absolutely. This Maverick Cross for the Stars, the sophomore. He's up and he's going to the sideline, limping a little bit, but he looks okay. Definitely you can tell he's in a little bit of pain, but thankfully up and moving for the Stars. Noticing here, also looking at the bench for Western Boone, you see Brandon Potter and Carson Saunders down there. See it at just the far side of the screen.
Way down in the bottom right corner, yep. That's one thing I'm impressed by is Brandon Potter's ability to just rally the offense and get his team involved in every play.
Yeah, and with Potter on the bench now, it's Capriva in at quarterback. See what he can do here. That's Brennan Capriva, number 18 for Western Boone. Ball is on the Blackhawks 43-yard line. 2nd and 12 here. Pitch to the outside. And not going to get much. Tried to move to the outside for Western Boone was number 86, Cooper Ford. Couldn't quite make the play there. Probably had the right idea there looking at the play Carter. Not a lot of room towards the middle. Tried to get to the outside, not able to get much.
Absolutely.
We're under 30 seconds here in this quarter. Stars will have to snap the ball with just 15 on the play clock. About 6 seconds ahead. See if they snap it or maybe take a timeout. It looks like they're going to go in for one more play. It's 3rd and 12 now, and you can see a lot of the starters for Western Boone have now left the game. Another handoff there. Not going to get a lot there. Looks like that's Luke Atkins again, who's gotten some carries this quarter. Western Boone in dominant fashion here. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with their 4th quarter of action here on W.
Hello, I'm the linebacker, Kanan Bruins. I want to thank Western Boone Youth Football for sponsoring WBTV Sports. Western Boone Youth Football building tomorrow's state champions.
Whether you are a first-time home buyer or a long-time investor, Moody & Company is there to support you throughout the buying and selling process. Give Weibo grad Jordan Moody and his team a call at 765-336-1622. Let Moody & Company take all the stress out of buying or selling your next home.
Welcome back to WBTV Sports. Western Boone Stars up 35-2 here in the 4th quarter. It's a 4th and 6 play here. Brendan Compriva in shotgun. Going to throw it and incomplete. Not able to make the catch there. On the outside for Western Boone, that was number 2, Kane Reed, another sophomore. So that'll turn the ball over to the Sheridan Blackhawks on that play. Starting to settle down a little bit here in the 4th quarter with the 33-point Western Boone lead. Just a little under 12 minutes left. Carter, you look at all these plays made tonight, maybe the one to officially end this one. It's the one that ended a lot of the starters' nights was Marcus Fortner's strip of the ball on the return by Sheridan and getting the ball for Western Boone.
Absolutely. Just a smart play, you know. Not a lot of guys would think to do that. You know, he just stuck his hand right in there and ripped it right out.
Really impressive play there. Handoff right here. There's a good run. Trying to get some positive plays out of this is Sheridan with Kolb once again on the carry. Makes it 2nd out and 3. See if they can lead down the field. Remember last year Sheridan did have a very tough opener versus Western Boone, but bounced back for 11 straight wins after that. Western Boone jumps off sides. They're going to blow the play dead. I believe actually Owen Bell was in at quarterback for Sheridan on that play. Some of these younger guys in for Western Boone. A lot of the starters still in for Sheridan, just trying to get a little bit of positive momentum for them going into next week and see if they can go on a run like they did last year with 11 wins in a row out in the middle of the season.
Absolutely. A little over 11 minutes to go here. I'm excited to see what Sheridan can do in these last couple minutes of the game.
Exactly, and just looking at it, Western Boone definitely has not disappointed tonight. Obviously, a lot of new guys starting. Coach Pelly has plenty of trust in these guys, but obviously in the first ever game of the season, could see some struggles at times. Really not that many from Western Boone. Handoff there, another good one.
Sheridan having a couple good runs here in the last couple minutes of the game.
Nolan Page on that one. Yeah, they're getting through the defensive line of Weibo on these plays. 10:43 left in this quarter, the fourth quarter. Sky begins to darken. The lights have fully come on here at Western Boone. 2nd and 4. It's under 10:30 to go in this game. Page, another good carry, gets a first down for Sheridan. And going on a good drive here in the fourth quarter. Get you some score updates. Not all of these are final yet. Looks like North Montgomery up 40-0 over North Putnam. So a very good game for them so far. Frankfurt up 36-12 over Clinton Central. Handoff here, not going to get much. I believe that was to Page once again. Second and 9 here. Danville Warriors only in the second quarter against Greencastle. They have a 15-14 lead over Greencastle. Tri-West. Oh, wow, this one's a bit of a shocker here. Tri-West playing Western up 42-0 over Western, who Western Boone plays next week. Bit of a shocker there. Western has been very good the last few years.
Western Boone fans probably getting a little bit excited.
Perhaps. You never know. Last year's game was very good. Stars got their first ever win versus Western after 3 straight losses. Sheridan took a timeout right there, their 3rd and final. But now 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's been all Tri-West at home. Scored 21 in the second quarter. Tri-West was a really tough team last year. Western Boone actually suffered their only regular season defeat to the Bruins when they visited them last year. And a crazy game that was, but that's a bit of a shocker there to see them just put everything on the table versus Western.
One thing I would love to point out is the trend tonight seems to be blowout games. You know, obviously tonight, Western Boone 35-2. Not a super close game. Tri-West 42-0.
Sagamore Conference doing well. Frankfurt with a 36-12 win over Clinton Central. That's a game that they struggled in last year, and they managed to put away Clinton Central in that one pretty early, especially in the third quarter, which is what they're in right now, with 16 points in that quarter. That one, of course, still going on in the third quarter. You never know, but with a 22-point lead, it's difficult. And flag there. I believe that might be a false start. Yeah, false start.
That's been the trend tonight, too. Both sides of Sheridan's line has been a little jumpy on the defensive side and on the offensive side.
Absolutely, and it's made some of these drives a lot more difficult. We saw one early in this game where they jumped and it made it a really long conversion for them where they were unable to convert. Obviously, it would have, believe it would have been 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 15, so not a huge difference, but who knows? Might have been able to get on 3rd and 10.
Absolutely.
Swing that one outside and able to avoid the tackle initially. I believe that was Page on the tackle, Nolan Page. Drew got number 12, the senior, in on the tackle there.
Absolutely. Pretty good pitch to the outside, just not a lot of room to work with.
Absolutely. The Western Boone defensive line beginning to tighten up a little bit. Gave up a couple runs on this drive, but able to get the stops here on 3rd and 14. By the way, one more we want to mention here between Pendleton Heights and Lebanon, third quarter, 0-0. Nobody scored in that game yet.
That is very surprising.
Absolutely. Fumbled snap there. or fumbled pitch rather, and I believe Western Boone's got it.
Both teams wrestling for it. Still wrestling even after the whistles.
Ref's trying to take a look. And it looks like, no, it does look like Sheridan was able to get back on. A good play by Jesse Williams, but still just going to make it 4th and even longer now. And that's been the theme of the night here. We get the replay on the ground. Looked like Drew Gott had it at first, but then Williams was able to get in there and make the recovery for Sheridan to avoid an even worse situation. Looks like Sheridan just going to punt this one away, and with 7:33, you wonder if they're even going to get into the end zone tonight.
Not looking promising for them.
I believe Western Boone might have just taken a timeout since Sheridan was out. Yep, they did. So Western Boone's got 2 timeouts left. Really no reason to use them at this point unless something crazy happens. And then for Sheridan, they don't have any left. 7:30 to go. And actually, as I was talking, Pendleton Heights scored to give them a 6-0 lead in the third quarter over Lebanon. That's a bit of a surprise, as you mentioned, Carter. Had that game so low scoring so far.
Very surprising.
Pendleton Heights with a 5-5 record last year. And they had a 4-3 record in their own conference. Lebanon had a very good season last year. Came just short of being able to share the conference title. Would have shared it with the Tri-West Bruins. It came down between Western Boone and Lebanon. Winner would get at least a share of the conference title, and if Tri-West had lost that night, they would have, the winner would have gotten it outright. Tri-West took care of business, and Western Boone did as well at Lebanon, and they shared the conference title. But Lebanon went 6-4 with a 5-2 conference record. Bit of a struggle here in this first game. They won last year 26-12 over Pendleton Heights. A fake here on the punt, and Kolb tried to make the most of it. Not going to get enough, though.
Don't even think he made it past the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, did get back to the original line, but not able to get much further. And at this point, it's understandable going for something like this now, this late in the game. This game's pretty much over at this point.
Absolutely.
With a 33-point lead for the Stars. Might as well try and squeak out a good play. And he did pick up some yardage, but Stars able to get right on him. And you see a lot of the sort of second-string guys for Western Boone coming out on the offense. You see Capriva once again going out there. Brennan Capriva going to hand off here. That was to number 34, Cole Ramsey, the junior.
Brennan Capriva getting his first couple varsity reps out tonight. You know, he's looking pretty solid.
Absolutely. He's done a pretty good job just managing the offense so far. Remember, these were the types of reps that Brandon Potter got last year, and you see what he's been able to do.
Absolutely.
So maybe perhaps someday Brennan Capriva could do the same. We'll have to see. Capriva back under center once again. Ramsey takes the handoff, and this time does pick up a few yards. Lost 2 initially. And this time, I believe, gets 3 here. So I'm going to make it 3rd and 7. So it gets 4 instead. And we do have an injury on the field here. Could just be, we'll see what it is. But hopefully nothing major for the Blackhawks. So while that gets looked at, we're going to take a very quick break. We'll be right back with WBTV Sports after this.
A licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, Become a role model for our young student athletes. Earn extra money and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Welcome back to Western Boone. Still getting a look at that player for Sheridan who went down right around midfield on the WB logo. Real quick, we'll take another quick break and see if that gets resolved. Well, actually, now.
Hey, Britt, we gotta go.
Oh, well, see ya.
Hurry up! You've got 5 minutes. We're gonna be late. Hey, baby girl!
Welcome back. Now, that was Nolan Page for the Blackhawks. Did get up and went to the sideline. Looks like, at least from a glance, he might be all right. Hope for the best for him. Made the tackle there. So now 3rd and 7 for the Stars offense in a dominant effort. 35-2 is your score right here. And that was Ramsey again. Manages to pick up a few extra yards by the push right there by Luke Cummins, one of them, who made the push, but still going to be a 4th and 5 for the Stars. No shock here. They're sticking with the run Carter, trying to run out the rest of the clock in this game and bring it to a close with a dominant win.
Absolutely. Pelly's playing it smart, sitting his starters and just running the ball, trying to chew some clock out, trying to close this game up.
Absolutely. And, man, it's just been a fascinating night all around. Western Boone pretty much dominant. Another run here. This one also not going to get much. That'll be a turnover on downs. That's to number 19, Nathan Thompson, the freshman for Western Boone.
Nice little pitch to the outside. Just didn't have a lot of room to work with.
Yeah, the Sheridan defense definitely tightened up on that drive, stopping all those runs. 5:02 left. Clock stopped. Sheridan has no more timeouts. Western Boone getting ready to settle in. Obviously finish this game out first, but then start to point forward to next week versus Western, who has shockingly been blown out tonight so far by Tri-West. Tri-West with a 42-6 lead over Western. Western did get into the end zone for a touchdown since the last time we checked in there. But a bit of a shocker there. Quick handoff. Got a lot of room on the outside. Can they catch him? Taken out. Lost the ball, but was out of bounds. That was Kolb once again. He's, of all the players on Sheridan, he has definitely been one of the most notable. He's had a pretty good game despite the score.
Absolutely. Huge gain right there. Look at him, absolutely just hitting the gaps, outrunning everybody.
You can see there, lost the ball right at the end, but it, thankfully for him, went right out of bounds. And Sheridan, for the very first time tonight in the red zone, see if maybe they can put a touchdown on the board. Remember, they did this last year versus Western Boone. They were able to put it into the end zone a couple times late. Maybe get a little bit of momentum going into their next game, and it worked out well for them. But snap exchange didn't go well there, but able to fall back onto it.
You got to think, a touchdown here for the Sheridan Blackhawks wouldn't really change anything. It would maybe just swing a little momentum for them going into next week.
Absolutely. Western Boone feels pretty good, I'm sure, about how they performed so far tonight.
And I'm sure once the Western Boone Stars hit that locker room and hear about the Western game score, they're probably going to get a little bit excited.
Absolutely. We'll see if they can do the same thing that Tri-West did, but that's a tough place to play for sure, though, so we'll have to see over in Kokomo and Western. Pressure, throws it to the end zone, wide open, man, it's a touchdown for Sheridan. A good throw by Alexander under heavy pressure. Sheridan finally gets on the board offensively And I believe right there the catch to a wide open Trent DeCrane on the play. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here as well. 35-8 now is the score.
You saw there Caleb Alexander dropping back. Getting a couple steps deep, making an absolute beautiful long throw to him, wide open in the end zone.
Yeah, very good throw under pressure, and actually is going to be an extra point attempt right here. Get the kicker some action here. Extra point good. And am I mistaken, or is that Trent DeCrane kicking the extra point as well? How about that? Really
Absolutely.
similar.
Haven't seen a lot of reps out of him at the kicker position, but once again, look at that absolutely beautiful deep throw right into the back left corner of the end zone.
Yeah, really nice there. Good for Sheridan to get on the board offensively for the first time tonight, score a touchdown to go with their safety to make it a 35-9 game with 4:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. Not much time left. See maybe if they can get the ball back one more time, see if they can go on another drive like that. Couple of big plays. That Western game in Tri-West is final, by the way, 42-6, the final score. Danville and Greencastle, as of last update, still 15-14, though that one might be a little bit delayed here on our score tracker. Third quarter for North Montgomery and North Putnam. We mentioned that one earlier. Score still 40-0 in favor of North Montgomery. They had a pretty solid season last year, North Montgomery did. Had a tough time against some teams, but managed to have 5 wins last season. And actually, I believe they actually had more than that. I believe they had... No, they did. They had 5 wins. My mistake.
Absolutely. Obviously carrying a little bit of momentum from last season into tonight's game for them. Huge win for them tonight.
Absolutely. Although these are non-conference games, they do mean a little bit less for a lot of these teams. They're still very important to get momentum for the season. Kickoff here. This one going deep down the field. Muffed, but does pick it up. Trying to get to the outside, not able to do so. That was number 9 for the Western Boone Stars. That is Brennan Bivens, the freshman, who muffed it but did manage to pick it back up to avoid a turnover there. Might have given the Blackhawks a chance to potentially try and score once again. But Western Boone going to hold on to it with just under 4 minutes left here. 35-9 game. It's been a big one so far. Some of the big plays including that 62-yard touchdown connection from Brandon Potter to Philip Talbot. An in-stride ball and a perfect run by Talbot that was followed up by a fake extra point that went for a 2-point conversion also to Talbot.
Absolutely.
Touchdown pass from Potter to Fortner, and then the big return early in the game that set up the first Western Boone touchdown drive from Mason Tomes. Got it down to the 9-yard line, and Cannon Bruins just strolled in from there. It's been a big night for Western Boone. They were already up 28-2 going into the half. Only needed one more touchdown and a couple of drives before Coach Justin Pelly decided to pull some of the important starters here and put in some of the younger guys to get some game reps. See, they're in at quarterback is Quinn Westerfeld, number 10. Going to pick up a few yards there is number 45, Rowan Shue. Just about 3 minutes left here. 3rd and 9.
One thing I do want to point out, Western Boone's ability to just develop young players. Obviously, Quinn Westerfield, the freshman, coming in and getting a couple reps here at the end of the game. Looks pretty confident out there.
Absolutely. Doing what he's needed to do so far on this drive. Western Boone trying to convert. That run didn't really go anywhere. That was Shue again on the handoff. It was 3rd and 6, now goes to 4th and 7. And Western Boone getting ready to punt this thing away with just about 2 minutes left. We'll see if Sheridan can try and go on one more drive, or if Western Boone can finish this game out strong with another stop. Just giving up the one touchdown and also that safety early in the game in the second quarter when there was a high snap out of the end zone intended for a punter, Philip Talbot. And that punt is blocked, though, and picked up by Sheridan inside the 10-yard line. So some mistakes here from the Stars late, but remember, these are some of the younger guys getting their first ever reps, so overall it is a learning experience. The defender did manage to get up and get the punt blocked, so Sheridan will have a good chance to try and score once again.
Absolutely.
First and goal here from the 6, I believe.
Yeah, late in this fourth quarter, Sheridan grabbing some momentum heading into next week.
That's very important for them.
Taking whatever they can get right now.
See if maybe they can score here. Some of the younger guys for Sheridan now in as well. So we'll see how that matchup goes. And down to the 1-yard line.
Pretty good run there by number 21. That's Jesse Parker Williams coming in.
Yeah, good play there, I believe. He's had some plays earlier in this game. He came in at quarterback, actually, so
absolutely.
Maybe just trying to get the run there.
Both sides of the field, Sheridan and Western Boone, having a lot of depth in that QB position, you know.
Absolutely, and that might have just been a quick little tricky play there because he went back out to the sideline, and a lot of the starters are still in for Sheridan. Maybe just trying to punch in one more touchdown in the final minute here. See if maybe they can grab some momentum. Well, here he is again, actually, Williams, and that's a handoff and a touchdown right there. And
Sheridan touchdown.
Number 26, Gavin Schwartager. And
pretty solid run right up the middle with a minute left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so Sheridan doing about what they did last time to Western Boone. This was actually a very similar game in terms of Western Boone pretty much dominating this game, but Sheridan making some plays late could assist them next week to try and carry on and carry some momentum into their game against North Miami.
Owen Bell puts it up and puts it in to make the score 35-16 with a minute left in the fourth quarter.
Might see potentially an attempt by Sheridan for an onside kick, but I would assume that Coach Wright would rather just get to the locker room here.
Absolutely.
Down 19 here with a minute left. Western Boone going to go into next week with a ton of momentum after this dominant win. Remember last year when they hosted Western here, they did a really good job at carrying that momentum. It was a really tight game in that first half, and then sort of took off after that and defeated Western in dominant fashion. See how it goes next week.
Absolutely. Western Boone Stars shaping up, looking like they're going to have a pretty exciting season.
Absolutely. Looking, by the way, to last year, Western did lose to Tri-West last year, but that was a 14-20 game there. This year, a little less close, 42-6 win for Tri-West, and Western did not score a touchdown to the fourth quarter there. That game is final. See what they do here. Just going to kick it away, no shock here. Going to try and return this one, but not going to get a lot here. That is number 4 for Western Boone, Julian McLean on the return. Pretty cool seeing a lot of these younger guys come into this game and be able to get some reps in, have a little fun, and be able to learn from, you know, what they're doing out here.
Absolutely.
Sure does mean a lot. Brandon Potter goes back out there. You can assume that Western Boone will take some knees. Probably going to let their starting quarterback take the first knee in victory formation as a starter in his career. I believe he took a couple last year.
Absolutely.
How about this one? There's number 1 right there. Might need to take one more. And it looks like he could. Yeah, that'll just be one more he'll need.
You see the clock every second counting down. Has to be an ounce of energy coming out from the Sheridan side of the field.
Here goes Potter for the last knee. That's going to do it. The Western Boone Stars, in dominant fashion in their season opener, defeat the Sheridan Blackhawks. And you can see Brandon Potter congratulating his guys and celebrating there. 35-16 is the final score. Truly dominant from beginning to end, especially by the Western Boone defense, and the offense making many big plays. Sheridan made some late, but Western Boone takes this one.
Very impressed to see a lot of the Western Boone youngins come in and hold their own against the Sheridan defense.
Absolutely. You hear the fireworks out there. Pretty much can't have a better season opener than this if you're Western Boone. And if you're Sheridan, you took your shots, didn't pay off, but you do have next week and all the weeks after that to get some momentum like they did last year. Could be a lot of fun for both these teams this season, but Western Boone certainly feeling better right now. And you can see all the Western Boone Stars going over to the 20-yard line on the right. Sheridan meeting on the other side of the field. Certainly got to feel good for Western Boone defending their home turf.
Absolutely. And if you're Justin Pell, you have to feel good about getting this win over that legendary coach over on the Sheridan side.
Absolutely. We're going to take one quick break, and we'll finish this one, wrap it up here. After this, we'll be right back.
$2 p.m. Saturday afternoon. You have two choices. Option 1, take 2 nanoseconds to reach over and put on your seatbelt. Or option 2, decide it's too much work for a Saturday and don't put on your seatbelt. As the seatbelt alarm continues to sing the song of its people, you roll your eyes. You're just going down the block, you'll be fine. You take a turn to the left, and that's when you see it.
Just wear your seatbelt. It's an easy way to save your own life. The Indiana Criminal Justice Institute wants to remind you that choices matter. Click it to live.
Welcome back here. Going to wrap this one up. Western Boone over Sheridan 35-16. Quarterback Brandon Potter had a great game. So did Cannon Bruins for the Stars. And also some other guys like Mason Tomes, Marcus Fortner. And a lot of these guys did a really good job throughout this game. Real quick, some score updates around the conference. North Montgomery, the final is 40-16 over North Putnam. They had a pretty solid season last year, North Montgomery did, and carrying it into the season opener here. You can see right here, kind of a shocker in terms of the score. Pendleton Heights right now over Lebanon, an 8-0 lead in the fourth quarter. Lebanon unable to do much on offense. And the big one that we've talked about, and this one affects the Stars, was that last year they had a tough game against Western, but now Western really struggled tonight against Tri-West, a 42-6 defeat for Western. Tri-West with a huge win. And Danville still up 15-14 over Greencastle in the second quarter there. Haven't gotten many updates there. Frankfurt also up 36-20 over Clinton Central. So some final thoughts. Carter, who would you say, just off the top of your mind, not trying to put you on the spot, who do you think might have been the top player of the game for Western Boone?
I mean, there's a couple that stand out, obviously, but I would have to say Cannon Bruins, being an absolute unit on the two-way, both sides of the field, had a couple of great tackles on the defensive side and rushed for a lot of yards tonight on the offensive side.
Absolutely, and if you look at Sheridan, although they did not have much success in this game, you got to give credit, especially to Elijah Kolb. Stayed in there late, made some plays, kept his head up, and even though Sheridan did not end up winning this game, obviously, still put up all effort. Definitely, you can tell he's a good leader for the Sheridan Blackhawks here. So that'll do it here at Western Boone. Carter, congrats on your first broadcast. I think you did a really good job.
Thank you, sir.
It was a lot of fun. Here at Western Boone, Stars win it 35-16 from myself, Blake Marth, Carter Hanna, Braden Gideon, Matt Foxworthy, and our entire crew. Thanks so much for listening in. We'll be at Western next week as the Stars take on the Panthers. We'll see you there. See you next time, guys.